Haume, welcome back to another lesson. Today we're going to be looking at how to ask open questions, open-ended questions in Northern Paiute. Open-ended questions refer to what you see here: who, what, when, where, why, and questions that require an answer that goes beyond just a simple yes and no. So this might be a longer video because there's a lot of content, so let's get right into it. First, we have who. Okay, the nominative, or which refers to the subject of a sentence when saying who, is haga, haga. The accusative, or the object of the sentence when referring to a who, is haka, haka, which in English is whom. Now obviously we don't use whom very much in our normal speaking English either, and you may encounter that in your own dialect, that maybe this haka form is going out of use. Maybe someone's speaking fast, you won't hear it that much. So ask your elders, ask fluent speakers how they use these words in your own dialect. First example on the subject side, haga, who are you? In the object form, haka punni, whom did you see yesterday? Now I put the M in parentheses because again, we don't say this in English. We just say, in modern English, we just say, who did you see yesterday? Okay, but in Paiute, be haka punni. On the subject side, haga no miaku, who is going with you? On the object side, haka piwoya, whom did you drag? That's a useful phrase, right? Or question, whom did you drag? Now I've been singing powwows for 20 years, over 20 years, so this is one of my favorite questions. Haga mtanikwere tamagakwe, who is going to pay the singers? Imoni karuyu, my money is gone. Imoni karuyu, my money is gone. On the object side, haga taguhani kuti, haga taguhani kuti, for whom are you cooking? Or just obviously simply, who are you cooking for? Now, what? Again, we have a subject form, is he. And the accusative or the object form is hima. So on the subject side, he usu. Who is that? Or rather, what is that? What is that? He ishu. What is this? Again, when an S follows the E sound, it becomes like a sh, almost like a SH. He ishu. This next one, he itsotu agwe. What is in your hat? And finally, he kimaugina. What is coming? What is that coming along? What is coming? On the accusative side, or object, hima'u. It means, what do you want? Now, in order to determine, if it's an object, what that means, what do you want? If you convert that to a question, or rather to the answer, I want blank. Well, that's how you know it's the object, because when you say I want blank, that blank is the object of the verb want. So that's why when it's in the question, it's the objective form, hima'u. Same thing with this one, hima'u hipi. What are you drinking? So if you answer, I am drinking blank, that blank form becomes the object of drinking. And this one as well, hima'u hani. What are you doing? I am doing blank. And finally, hima'u temukwa. What are you going to buy? I'm going to buy blank. There are other forms of saying what or asking what, and that's just because, Paiute, in different languages, there can be only one form of saying something, but other languages kind of have more specific nuances of what their meaning is. So here's a couple other examples. Ha'yu nani. What is your name? Another way of asking that same question is Ha'yu naniade. What is your name? Another very, very useful phrase is hayu blank minani. Means what is this called? Or perhaps how do you say? So that is a super, super useful, valuable question to be able to know, because when you're speaking with your elders, fluent speakers, start using this phrase. Don't ask them in English anymore. Stop using English as much as you can. If you know something in Paiute, speak it, say it. And this is a great way. Hayu, brother, minani. What is brother called? Or how do you say brother? Hayu, water, minani. How do you say water? Memorize it. All right, when. How do you say when? You can either say it as hanano, or just hanano, depending on how fast someone's speaking or whatnot. Dialectical. First one, hanano pitukwa. Hanano pitukwa. When will you arrive? Or when are you going to arrive? Hanano koche. When did you arrive? Dami hanano tukakwa. When are we going to eat? Great question to ask if you are hungry. Dami hanano tukakwa. That's a T there. It's kind of hiding. Hanano usakwa. When are you going to cook? Great. When are you going to cook? Excuse me. Great question for a husband to ask their wife, right? Sorry, a wife to ask her husband. I said that completely wrong. I meant to say the wife to ask the husband, because the husband's the one who's got to be cooking, right? I love cooking. Hanano uwino. When were you born? Now, in other dialects, you can say it like this. Hanano uwip. When were you born? Another way is Hanano namuruap. When were you born? So, different ways of asking that same question. And there may be more. Just ask around. Ask people you know who speak fluently in your dialect. Where? This one, also different ways. Hano. Also here, hanu. Different ways of saying it from different dialects. First example. Hano dinichuida miahu. Where did the teacher go? Hanu suguma. Where is your husband? Hanu sugosoba. Where are the matches? Hano usumino. Where is she, he, or it now? That word usu is neutral, is gender neutral. So it's he, she, it. Hano usumino. Hanu mimiahu. Where did they go? That word mimiahu is the dual form, so it refers to two people. Where did they two go? Hanu mimiahu. Hano kimano. Yeah, hano kimano. Where are you coming from? Where'd you come from? Hanu tu mi'a. To where are you going? Or just simply where are you going? Where are you off to? Hanu tu mi'a. Next up is why. Why? Again, there are different ways of saying it depending on your dialect, so I'm just going to provide a couple examples. But they're all surrounded or kind of involve this word ha'u or ha'u. First one, hauni yuna nani koijakwe. Why are you laughing? And that's a plural form, so why are you people laughing? Hauni yuna ukai yaruayakwe. Why don't you talk? Finally, hauni yuna nimuwai. Why are you refusing? So another way is haumanina. That collocation of those two words, haumanina, can be used to say why. Haumanina ukai niruka. Why are you refusing to eat? Or just simply, why don't you want to eat? Haumanina uwohijagate. Why are you sitting there howling? You could probably ask that to your dog, unless there's someone else in your family howling. Hauyeshi kai u manipani. Why isn't it like that? Hau, that's the basic form hau. Hauyeshi kai u manipani. And finally, we're at how. How. Again, there are different ways of saying how, because in English, this one word how can have the sense of what manner of something. It could also have a quantitative sense, quantity, how much or how long. And so I'm just going to provide few examples. First off, of course, simply how are you? How are you, singular. Another one is how manipani. How manipani means how are you getting along? How are things going for you? How are things getting along? How you num? How do you feel? Ha no when. How tall are you? So this word ha no is one that involves a quantity, like length. It literally means like what's the quantity of your standing height in a sense? How tall do you stand really? Ha no when. How tall are you? How many ducks did you kill? So that's another one that involves quantity, like how many. Ha no gue manikapi. Ha no gue manikapi. What time is it? That's one way of asking. In fact, it comes from the Walker River dialect where I'm from. Ha no gue manikapi. What time is it? Another way of asking that same question is ha no gue utava. What time is it? Utava. Tava is sun, so it kind of involves the sun going along in the sky, or perhaps it can be referred. You can use a tava referring to a watch. Ha no gue utava. Another way, hukwataba, what time is it? And simply, hautaba, how does it look? Very, very basic form. Matnusapa. That is all. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something. Review, learn, memorize these phrases. Some of them, begin to use them as much as you can. Ask around. Elders, fluent speakers, how to say how to say other things that you want to learn, and begin using them. Stop using English. You want to revive our language, then start using it. That's what you have to do. So if you have any questions, as always, feel free to ask. Until next time, punirua. See you later.